My name is Ola. I started eating human meat when I was 16. This is my story. I started eating at the corner when I was 15 years old. Everyone in my town knew the corner. It was not just a restaurant. It was a place where people laughed, where workers gathered after a long day, where students saved their last coins and money to taste the meat and soup that felt like feast. The food was cheap, too cheap. A big plate of rice, meat, and stew cost less than a small loaf of bread at the market. People always wondered, how can they sell food at such price? But when you tasted the food, your tongue would not let you ask questions. And there was the manager, always smiling, always greeting every customer with words like, "Welcome, my friend, welcome. Sit down, eat well, don't worry. Your stomach will be full." People trusted him. But why wouldn't they? But there was one strange thing about the corner. One waiter, a tall man, always quiet. He never spoke. He carried plates slightly, moved like a shadow in the background. Some customers made jokes. Maybe he lost his tongue, or maybe he's a ghost. Everyone laughed, but nobody cared. The food was so good. The meat was too soft. The price was too kind. For years, I ate there. I grew up with their food in my belly. But the night that changed everything, it came without warning. At that night, the rain had fallen that evening. The road outside shone wet under the dim street lights. I was hungry. I walked into the corner and sat by the wall. I ordered my usual rice and red stew and a big piece of meat. The bowl came hot, steam rising and smell dancing into my nose. I ate quickly, too quickly, but halfway through, my stomach twisted. A sharp pain struck me. I pressed my belly and stood up. "Excuse me," I said to the manager. "Where is the restroom?" Sadiq smiled, that same smile, teeth white against his dark skin. "Down the corridor, second floor," he said. I nodded and walked. The corridor was narrow and damp. Water dripped from the ceiling. The walls were cracked. My stomach ground. I counted the doors. 1, 2, then I saw it. A door slightly opened. A warm yellow light glowed inside. Something told me, "Ola, go back." But another voice whispered, "Look, just look." My hand pushed the door. And there, my eyes opened to a nightmare. The kitchen was not clean. It was filthy. The door was sticky with oil. Flies buzzed in corners. The cooks wore aprons so dirty. It looked like they had been dripped in blood and grease 100 times. One cook picked up a black rag soaked in oil. He squeezed it. Dirty oil dripped into a pot of soup. Another stirred with a stick that looked older than me. My mouth went dry. Then, in the corner, under a cloth, something moved. One cook lifted the clothes for just a second. My heart froze. It was a head, a human head. My eyes closed, the face still, the hair wet and blood. I knew his face. He was a man from the market. He used to sell tomatoes. I gasped. My head shook. A pot behind me rattled on the floor. "Who's there?" one cook shouted. I ran like fire chased me. My slippers slapped against the floor. I burst out into the night rain, heart thundering in my chest. That night, I locked my door. I sat on the floor. Tears ran down my cheeks. What have I been eating all these years? What have we been eating? I whispered to myself, I have no child. Nobody will cry if I disappear. But other people's children eat there. Other people's mothers and fathers. I must know the truth. I must tell the world. The next day, I returned to the corner. my face calm, but inside, my heart thundered like drums. I carried my phone set to record. I ordered water and waited until nobody looked at me. Then I walked back down the corridor. I pushed the half-open door again. The phone's red light blinked. I recorded the cooks, the dirty rags, the greasy pots, but then my hand slipped. My phone hit the ground with a loud crack. "There!" one cook shouted. "Catch her!" Hands grabbed me. Rough, strong hands. They tied my wrists. They covered my mouth. I screamed, but the clothes swallowed my voice. Watch out for part 2. The real story is just starting. Subscribe now so you don't miss it.